Hi, my name is Emily Steagall. I'm a teacher here at 6th Ward Middle School, located in LaFouche Parish. I teach both 7th and 8th grade agri-science courses. One issue I'm most passionate about is making sure that all of my students, regardless of background or ability, have the opportunity to be successful and earn recognition through my class. The grade levels of the students being taught in this video are 7th and 8th grade students. In this lesson, they're going to be learning about placing meats and judging meats. And essentially what this is I open up the lesson with asking them, how do they know what their parents are looking for at the grocery store? How do we know what meat to buy? Because when you look at it, all maybe looks the same. So knowing what to look for helps them. And sometimes most of them go back and they help their parents start picking out meat at the grocery store. This is very important to me because it helps them make better decisions about their food sources and understanding how to save money at the grocery store and what they should be looking for as to reduce food waste as well. Prior to this lesson, they have been covering our cattle unit, so they've been discussing beef cattle. They've discussed about how it's raised, how it's sourced, and management techniques that we use with cattle. So this is putting a big bow on it at the end to be like, okay, our cattle have been raised, here's the beef, and this is what we do to make sure that we're picking and selecting the right meats. The lesson objective is they will be able to place a retail class of meats, and what it is they just have 4 meats in front of them and they have to rank them by what looks the best and what looks the worst. I've had parents come to me and discuss with me that their students now go to the grocery store and they kind of know how to pick out the meats. So it's really real world applicable, and that's why I love this lesson. Some things about the students in this class is this is a group. It's a very diverse group. It's 7th and 8th grade students, and some of them are in band, some of them are in sports, and some of them are in inclusion classes. So in order to make sure that everyone's included, I group them based on ability. And this is one of my favorite classes to teach because of the diversity of this class. They're able to come together and their discussions that they have are great. Some of them add on to each other, some of them add things they didn't know, and some of them throw in their personal experiences with certain things. And it really makes for really good in-depth discussion, and I love to hear what they have to say. As we start this lesson, let's go ahead and review our objective. Can someone read this for me? Brio.
I will be able to judge and place retail cuts of meat.
Very good. Can someone tell me our 2 action words in this objective? Place. We're going to place something, and what else are we going to be doing? Read.
Judge.
We're going to judge. Okay, what does it mean to place something? If we're going to place a set of something, Matthew. Put it somewhere. Maybe put it in order. Okay, when we judge something, what are we doing? Read. We're looking at the details. Okay, very good. All right, so our assessment today, we're going to be actually performing that. We're going to be judging and placing of the retail cut that we need to know. Okay, can someone please identify one of the things we're going to look at? Micah. External fat. What does external mean? If something is external, it is what, Jody?
It's on the outside.
It's on the outside. So all of our external fat is going to be on the outside of the meat, okay? All right, what's another word we see up here, Aubrey? The muscle, okay? The muscle is going to be our biggest part, this big red part, okay? All right, and let's see, Bryce, what do you see? Intermuscular. If we're inter something, if it's inter, it's what? Inside. Okay, this is that intermuscling. That means it's the fat within it, okay? And then last is intramuscular. If you're intra something, you're what? Maybe within it, okay? The intramuscular is going to be within. It's going to be all throughout it, okay? Okay, as a class, I want all of us to point with our fingers. Which one of these 4 points has the most muscle, the most of the colored part? Everyone point. Very good. This one has way more muscle than this one. This one has more what? That. Very good. All right, let's look at this one. Which one of these ribeyes has more muscle? Everyone point. Very good. Okay, let's do this one. Which one of these has the best marbling? That intramuscular fat. Everyone point. Very good. It is that one. All right, and lastly, which one of these beef cuts has the best marbling? Everyone point. Now we're going to look at a real life placing class here, okay? We have some beef ribeyes here. This is beef ribs. Okay, what's the first thing we're going to look for when we're looking at a class of beef? What's the very first thing, Mia? The muscle, okay? The size of the muscle, okay? What's the next thing we're going to look at? Let's color, right? The color is one of the most important things. That's when your eye can see that something's not right. Okay? And what's another thing we're going to look at, Ashton?
Exterior fat.
The exterior fat. Okay? And one last thing. Cole.
Marbling.
The marbling. Okay? So those four things are what we're looking for. Okay? Now, which one of these is not a good color? Can anyone guess, Aubrey? Number one. Okay, so everyone see how number one is kind of a darker color? Yes? Okay, does that mean we want to eat this? Would you want to eat that in the store? Maybe not. So this one's definitely going to be in last place. This is going to be number 4. Okay, but the rest of these have a good color, right? Okay, so let's look. Which one do y'all think is the best looking one? Which one has a good amount of muscle, a good amount of marbling, and doesn't have as much fat? Okay, Sophia? 2. Okay, does anyone agree with her or disagree with her? Lane, what do you think? Okay, do we agree with Lane or disagree with Lane? Max?
I agree with Lane because it has like more not as much fat and better.
Okay, I'm inclined to agree with Max and Lane. I do think number 4 is number 4 is the first one. I'm gonna put it on here. Okay, because look at the marbling in the middle. That's gonna be a really nice steak. Okay, the fat is about comparable to all these, right? Is there more fat on this one or less fat? You could say, okay. But in terms of this marbling on the muscle here, this one looks the best. So that means we're gonna compare 3 and 2. Okay, so which one do y'all think looks better? Raise your hand if you think 2 looks better. Raise your hand if you think 3 looks better. Alright, I'm agreeing with you guys. I think 3 is a little bit better than number 2 because number 2 has more what in it? What's that at the top, Rio? The fat, right? It has a whole lot of fat right here and a whole, I think that's a bone right there. This one, look at this one. Which one are you going to pay less money for? Definitely 3, so we're going to place 3 over 2. Alright, so now that y'all have had some practice with me, I want you guys to try and do this one with your groups, okay? So everyone has a dry erase marker on your table. Feel free to write your placings, but also your reasons. We can't claim something without giving enough evidence or support. Do we understand? Yes? Alright, y'all go ahead and get started with this placing class.
Most definitely, like the best one, like it should be a.
It's your 4. Your 4 has good marbling
I
and
agree
good
with
muscle, so you get more rice out of that one, better rice.
I agree with that, but I would switch to 3 and 2 and put 4, 2, 3, 1. Because 4, yeah, 3 is a little bit more. Not much fat.
4 has the best marbling. 2 has like the second best marbling. It has a lot less fat on it.
2 next because there's not a lot of, like compared to 2 and 3, there's not a lot of fat.
Yeah, it would look a little bit brighter because like on the thing it has like marbling and it has like less fat.
So you think 4 is the best because it has the most muscling. Okay, what else do you like about number 4?
It has a really good, like it has a really good marbling.
It has really good marbling, okay. Which one do you think is the worst one?
Yeah, 1 because it has like, it's like dark.
It's too dark?
Yeah.
What is it lacking compared to number 4? Marbling. Okay, right, now that we're done discussing, we're going to have to give reasons about this class. So I want to hear how you placed it and why you placed it that way, okay? Remember, when we make a claim, we can't make a claim without any evidence or support to support that claim, okay? So who wants to be the first volunteer to make a set of reasons? Okay, let's hear from Ashton in the back. Ashton, stand up and give us your set of reasons.
I placed these class of beef ribs 4, 2, 3, 1. I placed 4 at the top because 4 has the best marbling, the least amount of fat, and it's one of the best cuts. I placed number 2 as the second one because it has the second best marbling, the least amount of fat, and it's one of the best cuts. Number 3, I placed as a third because 3, it has not the best marbling. It has pretty much a lot of exterior fat, and is the third worst cut. I placed number 1 as the last because it is pink. It's not a good color. It has the least amount of good marbling, and it has a lot of exterior.
All right, very good, Ashton. Does anyone disagree with him?
No.
All right, so to end class today, now that y'all did it together, we did one together, I want you guys to try to do this next class independently before we leave, okay? We only have a few minutes to the bell, so I'm gonna pass around a sheet of paper. I want you to put your name, and then I want you to put your placing of this class and your reasons on this card. Do we understand? Yes? All right, I'm gonna pass these around. My lesson objectives were met by the end of this class period. Doing that exit ticket at the end of class helps me quickly gauge by looking on that little piece of paper if my students understood what was going on in class, if they're understanding terminologies going on through class. The exit ticket's a perfect way for me to briefly look through, and when they have to provide reasons for their placing, it helps me kind of see, okay, they're using this terminology correctly, they know what they're discussing, or they know what they're talking about, and I can kind of see what students I need to provide extra support on. Once they leave my class, they go to a different class, but when we come in the next day, I do put that same exit ticket up as a bell ringer for the next class, and we're able to review and kind of look at it with fresh eyes and discuss what we did see or what we didn't see, or how we would fix it next time. If I was to change anything from this lesson, I would like to get real cuts of meat, and I think that would be very interesting. It'd be definitely more realistic than just looking at pictures, and it would provide students with a unique opportunity to actually look at it live and be able to use that skill. And I know that when students leave my classroom, they will tell me that they've shopped with their parents, so I do know they use the skill with real meat, but to do it in the class would be very awesome. And that's it, so thanks for watching.